Yes guys, how are we doing? It's Ben Hawksworth, the Coach Consultant, and today I'm going to be talking about building a 10-year vision, right? The reason that I want to do this is because I see a lot of people who've kind of got a vision and they've got a mission and they've got an idea of basically what they're working towards, but it's not got that kind of multi-contextual and multi-different avenue kind of focus to it. And the amount of people who I've worked with who've basically gone down one route but forgot about loads of different others is ridiculous. So they've gone all in on the business, they've got to this point in business, but then they're unfulfilled with the personal life and the fitness. Or you've got some people who's gone all in on the fitness, but they're not actually fulfilled with what they're actually doing within business. And in essence, like, we've got all these different kind of avenues where we're putting our time, energy, and attention. And we can basically have the years go by, the weeks, the months, the days, the decades go by, where we're missing the point on what we actually fucking want from all this, right? So what I'm going to do today is do a building your 10-year vision exploration plan and walk through kind of the importance of each, because to build a well-rounded business and a well-rounded life and have as much fulfillment and fun and focus and finance as possible, it's going to come from looking at things from a bit of a different perspective and making sure that you're balancing your goal setting across loads of different bases, rather than just going all in on business but then not having a family down the line, or not having a relationship because you forgot about that side, or going all in on that and then forgetting about your fitness and you don't feel good about yourself physically and mentally, right? So there's loads of different avenues that I want to talk about today, and then most importantly, how you actually create a clear goal setting plan where some of it will come off great, some of it won't, doesn't matter, but as long as we're working towards something, that is the most important element of pretty much fucking all of this, right? When we're building out this vision plan that we're going to do today, the only thing I'm wanting off the back of it for you guys is to literally just be like, right, you know exactly what you need to focus on. You know why you are actually turning up to work each day. When shit gets hard, you're not bothered because you know that you're working towards that thing, right? But when people don't have the actual thing itself, that's when, again, I believe that it starts to fall down, because people almost kind of forget about why they are doing things and they forget about the purpose. And the purpose to me comes down to what objective and goal are you actually working towards, and that is the step-by-step process we're going to cover today. Right, so as an initial starting point, this is literally what I would recommend that you do. So if you don't have a whiteboard, get it up on, I've done this on Excel sheets before, I've done this on pieces of paper, I've done it on everything, and this is something I've done for a very, 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 very long time, and that is just setting multiple different contextual kind of goals. But I love it on a whiteboard because you can actually visually look at it. So in 2024 in my office over there, I actually had this on the board behind me, so which I had to rub out because I realized that I had financial goals and stuff on all my calls. So I was like, oh shit, I need to take that part out. But doing it on a whiteboard is great because it allows you to look at things and look at it as a whole. And in essence, when you're looking at your vision and your goal set structure, I want you to be almost massively empowered by it. I want you to look at this and be like, this is me. This is what I'm about. Like, this is why I'm working. I can't wait to get to that point, right? So in terms of building out this kind of exploration plan, what we're going to look at is, I've done 4 different areas, right? Guys, you can add anything on. I've had like 8, 9, 10 different areas on here before. So what I've put on here is I put finance, I put fulfillment, I put family, I put fitness. You could have fun on there. You could have focus areas, you could have holidays, you could have travel, you could have whatever it is, right? So that's just a random list that I've kind of put together, right? So the first thing that we're going to look at is finance, right? So this is about setting realistic targets that you want to be working towards financially over a 2-year block, right? So this could be, for example, by the way, like, this is about being realistic, and commonly when I've set financial targets, I've normally blasted them, and same for clients. But at the same time, like, you want to be realistic. So what we're trying to look at from a financial standpoint is, let's just say from 0 to 2 years, we're going to be coming in and it's like, right, I want to be earning 10K per month. When we're coming into 2 to 4 years, I want to be earning 20K per month. When we're moving into 4 to 6 years, we're going to be going to 30K. And then down the line, when it's coming down to here, we've got 40K and then we've got 50K, right? So what this basically enables you to do is look at your business as a starting point now, from where you might be above or below. I don't know. Like, this is about you making it about you. But what it does, it allows you to look at that and think, right, actually, what the fuck am I missing from my content, from my acquisition, from my sales, from what I'm doing to actually hit that target, right? If we do not have this target of what we are working towards, we don't know why we are doing something. We don't know what we need to be doing. We're just trying to scale as business for the sake of scaling. Whereas if you've got a clear financial revenue target that you are working towards, then that's also going to enable you to think about, actually, wait, what type of shit can I do in terms of fulfillment? What type of shit can I do with my family? What type of shit can I do with my fitness, right? So for example, my financial targets for me now in my career is One, to maintain ISAs, maintain investments, maintain pensions. So the company pays for both mine and Stacey's savings and investments and pensions. So I know I need to earn enough money to obviously cover that. The next thing is I want to basically buy two investment properties a year. So in order to do that, I need to make sure that I've got that as part of my target. And then the next thing for me after that is like, look, as long as we're getting paid well and I've got investments and I've got ISAs, I've got pensions and I'm looking after my future family wealth and all that type of stuff, I want to spend that money on stuff that I find fulfilling, right? So these trips where I'm climbing Mount Toubkal in 2 weeks in Morocco, I'm climbing, can't remember the name of it, another mountain in Georgia in September. And then it's going to be like all over the world in Nepal, Everest one day, all that type of stuff. So the financial target for me then means something, right? Or for example, with family, you could be looking at this and going, right, in 0 to 2 years, that 10K, if I hit that, then enables me to actually purchase my first home, right? If you're at that spot. So you're like, wait, if I earn that much money, then that means that I can have a target to actually buy my home, my first home in the next 2 years. It's like, sweet, right? From that point in 2 to 4 years in terms of family, if I do earn that actual 20K per month, then what can I do from that point? Oh wait, I could, let's just say, I'm just gonna put a random one down. I'm gonna take everyone in my family to fucking Disneyland. I'm sure Stacey's gonna say that to me at some point. But basically you've got like, right, sweet. Then now from that point, we've got 6 to 8 years in terms of family. This could be a 5-bed, right? So you could be like, right, at that point in 6 to 8 years, I want a 5-bedroom house for my family. I want it to be in countryside or whatever. So my goal at the moment, from next 18 months, is either building or buying a property in the countryside. I want my own driveway, I want my own gates. That's kind of been my dream for a very, very, very long time, where I have a house that's got no neighbours. That's what I want. I want to be able to walk the dogs, right? But in order to get that house and get that location and get that land, I know I need to hit a certain amount of figures to be able to do it. So setting these goals, it's not just about having random goal setting, it's about thinking, right, if I do actually work my fucking arse off to hit that financial target, I can do that with my family. Or for example, with me, I've obviously got, I'm put mountain there, so I can do a mountain there. In terms of fulfillment, let's just say, for example, what's something really fun? Right, if I earn a 20 grand month, then I'm gonna go to fucking Vegas with all my mates. Whatever it is, guys, I just want you to make sure that when you're looking at your vision and your goals, you're thinking about how these all work together, right? So for example, when we're coming down in terms of fitness, you may be at a baseline starting point now where it might just be a case of weight loss. But when you've got through your weight loss journey and you're in spot, which most of the time personal trainers and online coaches, you're in a good spot physically, but you might need to lose more weight because when you come in that, you've got a goal, you want to do a marathon, right? Or you might want to do an ultra. So I'm doing an ultra trail run in July, June. No idea if I'm able to do it. 52 kilometers, Snowdon's Sky Peaks it's called. About 10,000 meters or something stupid like that in a day. It's basically a marathon in the mountains. But I've set the bloody goal and I've got to do it now. And it's the same as you. That's what I want you to be looking at. It's like, I want you to think, right, sweet, I'm constantly working towards hitting these targets because that financial target allows me to have more fulfillment and do the shit that I want. That financial target allows me to do the shit that I want to do for my family. If I hit that fitness goal, I'm going to be a better person to hit that financial target because I'm more on it. And that fitness goal is going to allow me to feel more fulfilled and also be a better person for my family. So when you're looking at all these goals, guys, I want you to basically either run this in terms of just writing out on a board, but complete it, put loads of detail into it, and then I want you to reference it back. I want you to keep going back to it and seeing if you're on track, Because what happens is we start work on a Monday, finish on a Friday, go to weekend, start work on Monday, finish Friday, 1 month goes by, Q1, Q2, through Q3, Q4, a year, and we're like, oh, actually, I've been fucking working loads, but what have I actually done? All right, so what I commonly see is this. People are nailing this. They're nailing the amount of effort to work towards something financially, but they're working towards fucking nothing other than just getting more finance. Right? Being honest with yourself, how much more motivated, inspired, and resilient would you be if you could match that against things you want to do, you want to buy, you want to have with your family, and how you want to feel, right? Or again, there's the other element where you've got a lot of fitness professionals and online coaches who are obviously wanting to walk the walk and talk the talk and show that they're a role model. So they're going absolutely all in on their fitness with the bodybuilding preps and photo shoots and ultras and running. but it's actually that fitness journey there without a financial target that allows people to disables people from making progress and enables them to just be fucking stuck where they are, right? So this is about coming in and balancing it. You've also got the other end of the spectrum, which is people who are really heavily focusing on finance. They are massively nailing it on that front. They're massively into the fitness, but they're not actually doing anything with their own family. And the relationships are going down a shitter. The relationship with the kids is not very great because they're either always working or always training. So this is about how we are going to balance multiple different forms of goal setting, guys. This, for me, a vision is a statement, 100%, but a vision is a destination. It's goals that will allow us to get to that objective and get to that destination. So when we are looking at a vision explanation, I don't want it to just be about, right, my vision is to just basically have impact within my market, X, Y, Z associated with my offer and my company. I want you to think about what your vision is for yourself as a person, right? What is your vision as an athlete? What's your vision as a family member, as a husband, as a father, as a mother, right? What's your vision as a person in terms of the shit that you actually want to do, which you find really fun, right? This is how we stay motivated. This is how we stay inspired. But most importantly, this is how we actually completely and utterly not only change our lives in terms of how much money we are earning, but how we actually feel and what we experience along the actual journey, right? If I was going to look at this, being completely honest, what do I value the most on this board? It'd be fulfillment every day of the week. I don't care how much money I've got if I don't feel fulfilled. If my family and my personal life is going through the fucking floor, I don't care how much money I've got. And if I feel terrible about myself physically, I don't care how much money I've got, right? But at the same time, if I do focus on that, and I do focus on that, I do focus on that, it makes me even more motivated to earn more money because I know that I'm gonna have more time to invest into my fitness and stuff that I want to do. I've got more time to invest and actual expendable money to invest into things that I find really fulfilling and different to business. And I've got more money to use investments for my actual family and long-term kind of wealth and growth and support with them for the next generations, right? But the primary vision for me is not I want to earn £1 million a month. My primary vision is I want to make sure that I'm fulfilled. I've got a great family, I've got great wealth, I've got great investments. I feel good about myself because if I tick all those boxes, when it comes to the actual finance side, it's effortless because you've got so much momentum externally that's coming into it, guys. So a little bit of a different one for you. Again, like you can do this on Google Sheets, you can do this on a whiteboard, you can do this absolutely anywhere. But it's something that I would highly, highly, highly recommend that you do because it makes a massive, massive difference overall, guys. So if you do this, let me know in the comments. It'd be great to see what kind of goals that you've got and what type of stuff you're setting. Like I said, you don't have to copy them, create your own, create whatever you want. And if not, I'll see you on the next video, guys. And if you want support with, honestly, this is all the type of stuff that we support with. It's all stuff that I massively believe in, especially the content acquisition and sales side to hit those financial targets, to have more fulfillment, to spend more time with family and buy more stuff for family and have more time and freedom to invest into your fitness journey. And that's what we do at the Coach Consultant, guys. So if you want more information on that, hit the link in my bio.